Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Hola! Buenos dias, señores y señoritas. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Obviously picked up some Espanol in my 8 days in Mexico.
It's impressive.
Yeah, I thought I'd share that with you. How did I do there? Was that pretty impressive, Chris?
I thought you were a Mexican.
So they let you back into the country, huh?
Apparently, yeah.
Interesting.
We had a great time. We toured Mayan ruins, saw that huge Mayan pyramid in Chichen Itza. We went to Chichen Itza to eat some pizza, and along the way saw a big fat pyramid.
Because that's what Chichen Itza is known for.
Yeah, they're known for their pizza.
Yeah.
Toured the ruins near Tulum, swam in beautiful cenotes, ate great food. But may I just take a moment to say, God bless America. Oh my gosh. You know, there's just so much we take for granted in our lives. But what an awakening it is to visit a country just across our border. You know, it's to Tulum, it's like a 2-hour and 20-minute flight from Dallas. And experience the least little taste of what life is like for so many others in the world. I mean, the abject poverty is soul-crushing. It's, to me, it's one of the great incomprehensible tragedies that their leadership has done nothing to improve the lives of, what is it, 120 million people in Mexico? 130 million?
Yeah, I mean,
in a country with the kind of vast resources Mexico has, it's inexcusable what that country has to deal with.
century of socialism rule.
Yeah, it's so obvious what has happened. And again, you know, we take so many things for granted, like water. Water that comes out of the faucet. The water, their tap water is so bad, they tell you not to even brush your teeth with it, let alone drink it. I mean, you cannot drink it.
Right.
It's so bad, though, that you dare not even put it in your mouth to spit it back out.
Would you like ice with that? No.
No. Nope. There's a reason that Mexico is number one in the world in bottled water consumption, because they can't drink out of it. And there's other countries too. I think Egypt. I think a lot of countries don't have good water supply. But I mean, it is so prevalent there and so bad there that, you know, it's just bottled water everywhere you go. When you say at the restaurant, yeah, I just want water, it's coming in a big bottle. And they're, you know, because they have to. Otherwise, you're going to get, I don't know, tapeworms, dysentery, cholera. It's seriously bad news.
And what you want to do is go to the hospital.
In Mexico.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's what you want to do. Yes, exactly, because terrific doctors, though. Terrific. Yeah. The University of Chichen Itza is world-renowned for their medical school. And their pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tapeworm afterwards.
You didn't talk to anybody about Donald Trump down there?
No, because they all speak gibberish, so I couldn't really communicate with them very well. It's really kind of weird.
That is weird.
Does anybody speak a language here?
Baby talk.
The infrastructure there is, I mean, you know, we talk about our infrastructure and how we're going to fix it all the time and spend trillions of dollars on it. Where do you even begin to talk about the infrastructure in Mexico? Their roads are a disaster. In most places, they don't have potholes. They have moon craters.
Right.
It is incredible. There's debris everywhere. It's the weirdest thing. Piles of destroyed buildings, I guess. I don't know, piles of debris outside standing buildings. Either something was demolished there and they were going to get to a building project eventually and never did.
Right.
Or somebody conducted a bombing raid
which is
on
very
these
possible.
cities.
Which is very possible.
It's possible. Yeah, it's possible. I've never seen anything like it. Well, I have in Haiti, probably.
Yeah.
Sidewalks. Another thing you take for granted. Where there are sidewalks, they're crumbling and uneven. It's like when you walk by businesses and homes on the street that have sidewalks, it looks like each owner built their own section, their own 20-foot section of sidewalk, paid no attention to what anybody else was doing.
Probably did.
So they don't match. They're 3 feet difference there, or they're crumbling and destroyed. And then you come to the toilet and sewer system problem.
Oh.
You can't flush toilet paper
I've been waiting for you to say that.
down the
'Cause
toilet.
that's a big rule.
Toilet paper
Yes.
can't be flushed in Mexico. What?
Nor
So
Puerto Rico.
were we
You're
luck-
asking me?
Were we lucky enough to bring some back?
No,
Oh,
we weren't that
okay.
lucky. Fortunately for you, we were not that lucky. But I thought it was a joke when they told me at first. What?
What are you
You
talking
got to
about?
throw it in the garbage.
Ugh.
Okay, what? No,
No.
that is just nasty.
Did you try to flush it?
The toilet
The
paper?
toilet paper?
No.
Oh, okay.
Didn't take a
No.
chance?
No.
You is such a rule
Because the
follower.
last thing you want is a clogged toilet in your wherever you're
they
staying.
come in speaking jitter, so mad at you.
Right. And the corruption. Then you come to the corruption. I mean, we were told by the locals that the police are so corrupt that if you get pulled over for any excuse, they'll find an excuse to take all your money from you. And I mean, we do that here too, but just not as often.
Our police wait for bigger chunks of money.
Yeah. We won't even bother if it's under 10,000. You can keep that.
You go ahead.
They'll take, all your pesos from you, apparently. And so we didn't even dare drive. So we took taxis everywhere.
Yeah.
Incredible. So how is it possible that the people in Mexico have not demanded that their corrupt politicians fix
Oh, I mean, so many
these
of them
catastrophic
come here, right?
problems?
And that's why so many of them come
That's
here.
why.
But see, that's why we can't
That's why.
fall asleep at the wheel here, because it doesn't take long for a nation to spiral into what you just experienced.
Right? It sure doesn't. Nope. And then once it does, it's really hard to get back to a decent place. I read that they're talking about investing $5 billion in infrastructure, and some people might say, well, that's a good start. No, $5 trillion would be a good start.
Right.
I just don't.
I mean, $5 billion is not even going to
That's
take
nothing.
care of Chichen Itza.
No.
That might get that sidewalk lined up better.
It might get part of the sidewalk
Part of it,
lined
yeah.
up better, but yeah, you're not going to take care of the end. I mean, it's incredible because they're capable of so much more. I mean, we know a lot of things about Mexico. They've got natural resources. They have industrious people. They could do so much better than they're doing if they didn't have these corrupt politicians on the take. I don't know. I don't know how you fix it, but we should be demanding that they take care of their problem rather than sending all their problems northward.
Well, that's what's happening now. Right?
And now yes, I think that will happen. But, I mean, they've got oil. They have agricultural goods. We know about avocados from Mexico. Right? Car manufacturing. GM and Ford make a ton of vehicles there. Tourism is huge. And again, the people work hard. They're industrious. So what's the disconnect when they're capable of so much more? They just built a really beautiful, brand new airport. When we flew down there, we flew into Cancun and then drove down to our first place was Valladolid. But Tulum just built a brand new airport like a little over a year ago. And I no doubt it's because of the explosion in tourism. It's gone from just a sleepy little town to a really bustling tourism trap.
Did you stay
essentially.
my son goes down there and stays just on the resort?
At Tulum?
No,
some
but
of it.
in Mexico. But
Yeah.
they tell him you don't need to venture off the resort.
No, that's a lot of people say that. Yeah, you don't, because especially when you go down the main strip of town in Tulum, there's armed soldiers. I don't know, AK-47s or AR-15s,
yeah.
something semi-automatic, and in all their gear. So it's obviously dangerous because they're looking. it's such a drug cartel problem, too. In addition to everything else, then you've got the drug cartels that run everything. Man. But they did build a nice airport, so my hat's off to them for that. It's small, but it's really nice. But I will say we got a little surprise at the airport buying snacks yesterday.
Uh-oh.
We bought. I got a little bag of peanuts. It was about that size. Jackie got the same size chocolate covered almonds. $28.
Oh, that's not bad.
Really?
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah,
You're on vacation.
$14 a piece.
You're on vacation.
Whatever. Yeah, we paid it. Don't get me wrong. But my son and his wife got the same 2 little bags, and then 3 bottles of water. $45. It's like,
did you understand them properly?
That's what I said. Wait, am I understanding you? Because you're speaking a lot of gibberish. Did you say $28? Yes. See, you mean 28 pesos? You can't be saying $28 American, right? But they were. So my little pro tip to you is if you go to Mexico, bring your swimming trunks and don't buy the snacks at the Tulum airport because
probably need a couple extra Ziploc bags for that toilet paper too.
Yes. Man, again, fix your country. Please, by all that is holy. Fix your country. All right, listen up, guys. Valentine's Day is not the time to just wing it. You know, you got to have a solid game plan, and I've got the perfect move for you. Flowers from the Books Company. Trust me, these are foolproof. Here's the deal. Just send her flowers that actually wow. Right now, you can get 25% off your entire purchase. Just go to Books.com, use my promo code, PAT. And what's great about this is right around Valentine's Day, that's when prices usually skyrocket, but you're going to get 25% off right now. Fantastic. With just one click, you can do this. Their best-selling bouquet is on its way, right on time for Valentine's Day. It's called the Quickie, but trust me, she'll be talking about it for weeks. Or if you're feeling ambitious, check out their unique modern designs or even their flower subscription. This is the #1 husband life hack. You'll be the hero every single month. And these aren't just any flowers. Books cuts them fresh from where they grow best. We're talking bigger, brighter blooms that last longer. Some even grow on the side of a volcano. So she's going to be blown away. Valentine's Day is the 14th, obviously, February 14th, right after the Super Bowl. So don't fumble this. Go to Books.com, use the promo code PAT for 25% off. That's BOUQS. BOUQS. Books.com, promo code PAT.
Pat Gray returns.
And then, of course, there's all I missed being away.
Nothing happened.
Nothing really
happened.
Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't miss much.
This was the greatest week in American politics in my lifetime, as far as I'm concerned.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, what he's done already. What he did the first day.
Right.
Spectacular.
I know.
I mean, I know he promised these things, but promising and delivering are usually 2 completely different things. He went to work right away. It's like, screw you, I'm doing all this.
Yep.
Then I'm doing it right now. Right now. You don't like it? Tough. Go see somebody about it. Talk to a therapist. I don't care what you do. But I'm doing my agenda, and he's doing it.
Well, this is after we obviously covered some ground, but after his first administration, he realized that he had people in place that weren't going to do that.
Yeah.
And it took him a long time to do it. Right?
Yeah, right.
So now, he was able to hit
and
the
some
ground
of it
running.
didn't get done.
He hit the ground running.
So, yeah, he sure did.
Yeah, between the deep state being deeply rooted in his administration and
they're still there.
And COVID.
Mm-hmm.
That first term.
Yeah.
But this time, you're right. I mean, he has deployed these great people into positions where they can make a big difference, and it's showing.
It's great how many of them have been confirmed already, too.
Yeah.
A lot of the nominations I thought were just going to go away and were sort of pipe dreams. Got it done.
Out there,
It's going to be an interesting week. Tomorrow, RFK, then Tulsi and Kash Patel on Thursday. So, If it's 50-50 for Pete Hegseth, I'm a little concerned about these next three.
That's going to be tough. Yeah, but Hegseth got through.
He got through.
I mean, Pete Hegseth.
Gravel Pit got through. I love it.
You've got the double or triple hatred between a Trump nominee, a Fox News personality, and a conservative. That's a triple whammy, and he still got through. That's amazing. So here was the president at the Republican retreat last night. He's talking about his big week.
She's doing great. They say it was the greatest week, opening week, in presidential history. And I think, couldn't be a hell of a lot better. Even CNN is saying, this guy is amazing. I couldn't believe it. I said,
I don't know that
CNN
that's true,
really
Don.
say that? Because nobody watches, so nobody was able to confirm it.
Thank you.
I love that.
But it was pretty amazing. Oh, the camera just went off. These are...
That's good stuff.
Great as that.
Oh, the camera just went off.
Yeah, that's so great.
But no one could confirm it because nobody watches. Good.
Did anybody at CNN say he's been tremendous?
I don't think so.
Everybody. According to them,
Everybody says it. Maybe a little bit of hyperbole there because it's hard to believe CNN would have said that, but I don't know.
That's
it was
why
a pretty
Jim
big
Acosta
week.
quit. Everybody was celebrating Trump. He was like, I'm out.
Did he actually quit?
I think he left yesterday, yes.
Did he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's news because I knew they were going to demote him or put his show on at midnight.
Demote him.
I mean,
no, they were giving him another show.
A promotion to midnight.
And they told him, look, Trump is in D.C. and in Florida on the East Coast. You can move to California and do your show there.
At midnight. And he said no to that?
He did. He did. He got a little upset. And
How about
apparently
that?
after
Good.
his show yesterday, he walked off and said, I'm done.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. That is awesome.
See ya.
There's another accomplishment.
Yeah.
Trump's first one.
Yeah, he should add that to the list.
Yeah.
Well, that
got
wasn't
rid of
the
Jim
first
Acosta.
week. Well, that wasn't the first week.
And seriously, is it if Kamala had been elected, you think he would have left? No way.
Oh,
Not in a
my
million
gosh.
years. They're doing this. CNN is trying to placate Trump a little bit so that they can have access because they don't want to go through the next 4 years without access to the president. And they know he'll cut him off. Okay. No.
I mean, he's giving everybody else access.
Yeah.
I mean, he faces the press every day.
Well, he answered 75 questions in his first press conference.
Incredible.
Every day, everywhere he goes, he stops, and there's the gaggle of press.
Yeah. And he stops and talks to him.
Stops and talks to him. Got to go.
Just like Biden.
Just like Biden.
Just like Biden. Yeah.
And the next clip we have, it is not just rhetoric on the campaign trail. I mean, he is going full bore on this, getting rid of the income tax instead.
Oh my gosh,
going
I love that.
Oh, this is so good.
America is going to be very rich again, and it's going to happen very quickly. It's time for the United States to return to the system that made us richer and more powerful than ever before. Do you know the United States in 1870 to 1913, all tariffs, and that was the richest period in the history of the United
Some of
States,
us remember,
relatively
Don.
speaking. In other words, relatively. And they set up the Great Tariff Commission of 1887, and this commission had one function: what to do with all the money that we took in. It was so enormous that they had no idea. It was a blue ribbon committee. It was set up 1887, and what to do with all of the money that we had. And again, Teddy Roosevelt was a beneficiary because when McKinley was killed, he took over this vast sum of money, and he did all of those national parks and all of the other things. And I'm not knocking him, but he was given a vast amount of money, and that was all made through tariffs. We had no income tax. The income tax came in 1913. As I said in my speech last week, instead of taxing our citizens to enrich foreign nations, we should be tariffing and taxing foreign nations to enrich our citizens. Does that make sense?
It
Right?
sure does. I love it.
Yes.
I'm telling you, man.
I got it.
I'm telling you, he's become a student of the late 1800s.
Yeah, he has.
I'm just waiting for a Grover Cleveland mention at some point. But boy, he is pushing forward with the tariff
I
plan.
mean, that's incredible. I thought, okay, once the election's over, we're not going to hear about that anymore. Nope. He talked about it again. If he could pull that off,
Oh, God.
wow. Seriously.
I mean, he's sending the IRS agents to the border, so that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
I like that plan too.
Yeah, man. All right, that's fantastic. We'll get into more of this. First, let me tell you about preborn. If you want to hear some great news, the abortion pill reversal treatment, which provides women with a second opportunity to choose, is bringing babies back to life. When you join forces with Preborn Ministries, you empower women to reverse the curse. See, what you might not be aware of is that even though Roe was overturned and abortion has been greatly restricted in many states, the abortion pill has superseded surgical abortions, accounting now for over 60% of all abortions. Well, Preborn's network of clinics are on standby for women in their darkest hour, and they meet them with God's love and free services to help them choose life through ultrasounds and the abortion pill reversal protocol. Preborn has rescued over 300,000 babies' lives. Start the new year by supporting life. One ultrasound is just $28, and $140 will help to rescue 5 babies. So if you can help, whatever you can do is greatly appreciated. Just dial pound 250. Say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby, or donate securely at preborn.com/Pat.
Pat Gray is unleashed.
All right. Here is Joe Biden feeling badly here's Donald Trump feeling badly for Joe Biden.
And in a little while, I'll be signing 4 new executive orders. First is that I'm directing our new Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, who's going to be great, by the way. Thank you for the support. Thank you very much for the support. You really did support him greatly. I think he's going to be fantastic. I know him very well. I think he's going to be fantastic. He's what we need to immediately begin the construction of a state-of-the-art Iron Dome missile defense shield, which will be able to protect Americans. You know, we protect other countries, but we don't protect ourselves. And when Ronald Reagan wanted to do it many years ago, luckily we didn't. We didn't have the technology then. It was a concept, but we didn't. And now we have phenomenal technology. You see that with Israel. We're out of 319 rockets. They knocked down just about every one of them. So I think the United States is entitled to that. And everything will be made right here in the USA, 100%.
I love that. That's great stuff.
Yeah.
It's obviously not
And next, to ensure that we have the most lethal fighting force in the world, we will get transgender ideology the hell out of our military.
Good!
It's already signed that executive order.
In addition, we will stop our service members from being indoctrinated with radical left ideologies such as critical race theory. We're going to stop it. It's already been stopped. It's already been halted, totally halted. And finally, we will offer full reinstatement to any service member who was expelled from the armed forces due to the COVID vaccine mandate.
Good.
And we will restore them to their former rank with full pay.
Wow.
And I think
Does that include back pay
as well?
Yes, back pay. Yes.
Wow, nice.
So good. So good. And that Iron Dome idea, that needs to be submitted per that executive order he was talking about within 60 days. This isn't some nebulous thing. I want an Iron Dome for America. It's I want the plans for that within 60 days.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And about the back pay, if you're a pathead that got let go because of that, you have to apply for that program. It doesn't automatically get you the back pay. So you get reinstated and you have to apply for the back pay.
So the reinstatement happens no matter, as long as you step up and say, yeah, I want to be reinstated.
Yes, but the back pay, you have to apply for that. So
And you have to be a pathead? I didn't hear that.
no, well, if you are a pathead that got let go.
I see.
Sorry. I'll stop talking.
Okay.
Oh, stop.
So is
Okay.
it just
Sorry,
the patheads?
I mean, you started
Yeah.
speaking gibberish when you were.
Is it just the patheads that
just the patheads.
Got
that
overcome
got let go that have
Hey,
to
at
that
least
have
I'm
to
not
apply?
tired of winning, okay?
Yeah, no
At
kidding.
least I'm
Keith
not tired
Malinak,
of
we
winning.
found out yesterday. Keith is already tired
Tired
of
of
winning.
winning?
I don't even
no.
know what I don't even know what that means.
I think you do.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
So, is
Now we got the
We have the
illegal
aliens.
the illegal aliens.
all right. Here he is deporting illegals.
I've also deployed troops to the border, and for the first time in history, we're locating and loading illegal aliens into military aircraft and flying them back to the places from which they came.
Yep.
See ya.
And very importantly, America is respected again. We're respected again. Isn't that nice? You know, after years of laughing at us like we're stupid people. And as you saw yesterday,
Can't have
we've
that.
made it clear to every country that they will be taking back our people that we're sending
That's
out,
right.
the criminals, that
Buckle
the
up.
illegal aliens coming from their countries. We're taking them back, and they're going to take them back fast. And if they don't, they'll pay a very high economic price. And
Good. Good.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's
that was
fantastic.
Colombia was awesome.
The daughter of the Colombian president saying that for every Colombian deported, we're going to send back one gringo.
So?
Okay.
Okay, if they're illegally, they should be
Right.
sent back.
And
I don't care.
And I doubt that there's
that supposed
that
to hurt
many
us?
gringos
Yeah,
in your country.
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that our foreign policy is going to be a little bit different under Trump than it was with Biden.
Sure is.
Because on his way out the door, the Biden Marxists sent $100 million to the Middle East for contraceptives, and including like condoms and birth control, stuff like that, including $15 million to the Taliban, because you know the Taliban is going to take that $15 million and totally put it into birth control measures.
I mean, let's hope so.
Yeah.
All right, and here he is. Here he is feeling sorry. I guess is he sad for the departed?
Who isn't?
Joe Biden, cut 19.
But over the past 7 days, my administration has been moving with urgency and historic speed to reverse every single disaster of the Biden administration. By the way, the guy was a disaster. You know, we want to be nice. And he's probably not listening right now because it's a little late. But, you know, I don't want him to listen. I don't want to say it. I feel badly. I was, making the inauguration speech, and I'm saying all the bad things. And he's sitting like right here. And I'm saying they were a horrible administration. They didn't know what they were doing. They were grossly incompetent. I got a guy sitting right next to me. It's not that easy to do. Even though he didn't understand what I was saying, he really did. And deliver on the mandate that we've been given by the American people in a single week.
Great.
I've taken over 350 executive actions. We've signed 300, and who ever heard of that one? And as I said in my inaugural address, the American decline is over. It's over.
Good.
I do want to reverse all the garbage that Biden saddled us with through executive orders. But you can't just exist on executive orders constitutionally. This should be followed up by legislation. We should make this permanent. Because anything he does now through executive order can just be overturned next time. As soon as a Democrat gets in there, they're going to do the opposite.
We're not letting that happen. We're not going to let that happen.
Not going to let it happen.
Not going to let it happen.
Okay. Well, the only way to stop that from happening is to get legislation approved. Back it up with some legislative power. That would be nice. It would also be constitutional. So, but I do want to reverse the damage that's been done.
Sure.
So, this is necessary right now.
Well, I just know Gulf of America is coming to a Google Maps near you.
That's right.
Yeah, it is.
Are they really going to do it?
Yes.
They said.
They said they're just waiting for the government to upload the database, and
Really?
you'll start seeing.
Changing.
Let's take a look here. Let's just see here.
Really?
Yeah. I checked last night. It was still Gulf of
And then,
Mexico?
here in the U.S.,
Yeah, it's still
obviously,
Mexico.
because it's still, around the world in other countries, it'll still be Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, well, those
Yeah.
countries suck. We're the best. So
Thank
Well,
you.
there's no question about that. Just experience that to about the 1/1,000,000th power. It's pretty clear.
Yeah, you were still
pretty
vacationing
clear.
on the Gulf of Mexico.
Yes, right. We were right on the Gulf.
Yeah.
The Gulf of America. Thank you.
Thank you.
Not in Mexico.
All right, we're going to check in with Jeffy.
Really?
And
Okay.
Fat Five.
Let's rock and roll.
Coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
tweets here. Patrick Henry Sr. tweets, while vacationing in Mexico with another couple, we were pulled over by the police. It was ironic that the ticket cost equal to all the money the four of us had at the time.
Oh, my goodness.
Isn't that interesting?
That was lucky.
What are the odds?
Yeah.
was lucky.
Wasn't that lucky? That's exactly what we were told. They will find a way to take all the cash that you have on you.
Incredible.
Jeez.
Terrible.
Just hideous. Chuck Shazam Bartowski. Pat, sure hope you didn't get any of these Bill Gates avocados from Mexico.
Oh, yeah. They're talking about that appeal where they paint the rotting fruit and makes it just nasty. And,
Oh, yeah.
and there's been videos of people, look how rubbery my food is now. And so, and speaking of Bill Gates, we have a clip later on where he's talking about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh,
And
all right.
some lawmakers are ready to release that client list.
It needs to be released.
Heck yeah.
It's about time. From Scott Sweatman. So which place is more dangerous, Mexico or the mean streets of Helena?
Oh, boy.
Trying to figure out where to take a vacation this summer. Don't go to Helena.
Yeah,
The mean
don't do
streets are actually meaner than Mexico. Seymour Posts just found out Alec Baldwin has a podcast.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. He's had it up and running for a while, yeah.
Are there any calls? No, Alec. Or no calls. How long's he had it?
Quite some time.
Have you ever seen it?
Called Here's the Thing with
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of episodes,
great.
because they all the hoity-toits, let Alec talk to them.
Yeah.
It's agonizing.
Sure.
He's just
They're all
he's
like-minded.
terrible. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's been out for
Yeah, it's a long time.
at least 5 years. Scrolling
Yeah.
back
Oh, wow,
here to
really?
2020,
Yeah,
I'm just
'cause he-
scrolling 2019.
I forget. Not too long ago, he signed a new deal with I forget who, but it's Alec Baldwin.
He's not doing movies anymore, so might as well do a podcast.
Well, he's trying to work. I mean, the Rust thing is still falling through, and there's
Yeah.
that case is still ongoing. He's done with it, but there's other lawsuits surrounding that are still ongoing. That
Where'd
I don't
that
know,
end up?
ever be
First,
over.
they were going to charge him, then they weren't, then they were again.
Then they did. He went
and
to court,
and then they
went
did.
to court, and then
but he
they-
was found innocent.
Well,
right?
no. Well, yes and no. They failed to give his defense competent. He didn't turn over all the evidence.
Okay.
And they weren't given any of access to some evidence, and the judge was like, what are you people doing? No, you can't do that. We're done. Get out of here. The case is over. Mr. Baldwin, you're free to go.
Just threw it out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here's Jeffy with a Fat Five.
First of all, I want to say, welcome back.
Thank you.
It's good to see you. I know that last week we got Trump back in office, and then you were vacationing, and I see where Time Magazine gave Trump his due, but they also, knowing you were going to come back today, I saw Time Magazine released a video of you coming back.
Collector's item.
Really? Okay.
So welcome back. Welcome back.
Stuff.
There it is. He's back.
Yesterday was.
Did he bring you a gift, by the way, Jeffy?
I know I did not get a gift. I thought we were going to get at least some avocados
from
I
Mexico.
thought maybe we were going to get one of those head umbrellas as you were touring the pyramids
He
during
didn't even
the
think
rain.
of us while he was away, did he?
Not for a
You told
moment.
Chris you were going to get him a refrigerator magnet.
Yeah, where's my magnet?
I do know that.
Did I tell him that?
Yeah.
Did I tell you that?
Yeah.
I do know that. We were going to get
I
a
lied.
refrigerator magnet from the pyramids.
Wow. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, you know what? It's in the mail. I mailed it back to myself because we
good,
couldn't get it through
good.
customs.
Customs.
So,
Yeah.
it's in the mail.
Okay.
So it's still coming.
That's good.
Yesterday was International Holocaust Remembrance Day. So, I mean, I'm sure we're just getting over that party. And today is Data Privacy Day. So I'll be ready to celebrate Data Privacy Day here in the U.S. In Europe, it's Data Protection Day. So it's currently observed in United States and Canada, and 47 European countries. And, for those of us in America, happy Data Privacy Day. Good luck with keeping your data private.
I'm sorry. Protection and privacy are two different words. Like,
Well-
I don't agree. I don't like that. Privacy, denotes that it's yours. Protection denotes that the government is protecting your data for
That
you.
would be why they're celebrating that
No,
in
thank
Europe.
you. No, yeah, in Europe.
Yeah, that's right. Because I'm sure we also know in Europe, that's how they do it.
Right.
Also, while you were relaxing in a foreign land, Trump was plowing through his first week. Your boy, Mark Hamill, was
Is
in
he my
what-
boy? He's my boy too.
Oh,
I
my
got a lot of
gosh.
boys.
Yeah.
You gotta keep a list, Pat. You gotta keep a list.
Right?
was in what he called a 5-day blackout. He posted this on his Blue Sky account because, of
Blue
course,
Sky.
he can't use X
Where
any
the
longer.
mentally ill go to
So
post.
from midnight tonight, and this was last Sunday, until Saturday morning.
So is that his little? That's his little way of punishing the rest of us.
Look at his last line.
Yes.
God.
That's a
Symbolic
symbolic
protest.
protest. It's better than none at all. So
No, it's really
hashtag
not.
What a
Mark.
loser.
5-day blackout, and it's just
This
a blackout on
guy.
the screen. Now, he was mourning, of course, the Donald Trump inauguration. He may still be doing the blackout. I don't know. I haven't seen any new
You don't
posts
get over
from
to
Mark
Blue
on
Sky?
I do not. I have a Blue Sky account.
Do you
I just
really?
don't get over there. Yeah.
Wow. I've
It's
never even
entertaining.
heard of it.
It's entertaining.
It's entertainment.
The
I
problem
figured
about-
when they started, everybody started moving there. I thought, well, I'll just get an account and just to have it.
Yeah,
but
there's an
I haven't
account.
posted anything.
You know how there's a Libs of TikTok account? There's a Libs of Blue Sky. So you don't have to go and download it. You can just follow that account and they give you all the highlights.
Right.
A lot of
Right.
mental illness over there.
Right.
And right now, Blue Sky having an issue with pedophiles and
Yes.
kitty
Uh-oh.
porn.
Yeah, I'm
wow.
reading about
So
that. Yep.
That's why I don't have an account with Blue Sky. I don't know what I was saying earlier. I
You were
lost my
thinking
train
of
of thought.
some other
I lost my
social
train
media.
of thought. I don't know. For you Spotify users, a Spotify and Universal Music Group announced a new multi-year deal establishing a direct license between the streamer and music label in the U.S. and several other countries. So the agreement will be focused on growth, innovation, and advancement of artists and songwriters. The release also noted that artists, songwriters, and listeners will benefit from new and evolving offers to come from the deal, including new paid subscription tiers. That would be more money. Bundling of music and non-music content, and a richer audio and visual content catalog. So they didn't note any specific details of the deal or how long it was or how much they paid for it, but it does ensure that we as Spotify users can continue to deliver on this promise of embracing the certainty that constant innovation is key to making paid music subscriptions, that would be more money, even more attractive to a broader audience of fans around the world. So I saw where they just in December, UMG made a deal with Amazon Music as well. So, and their announcement with Amazon was like, well, we're going to collaborate to address, among other things, unlawful AI-generated content, as well as protecting fraud and misattribution. But really what it boils down to is more money. So be ready to be charged more money
I
from
don't like
Spotify.
this. Come on. We're already up to
Everyone is
$20.
raising their prices, and that's just the way it goes. Be sure to subscribe to my daily show, Chewing the Fat. The prices have not raised. It is free. You can subscribe on any platform you want.
Thank you for the battle
Chewing
you
the Fat
continue to
with
fight
Jeff
on our
Fisher.
behalf.
You're
Jeffy.
welcome.
That's
You
fantastic.
are welcome.
Appreciate it a lot.
Stay in L.A. Stay in L.A. Over 6,000, including LeVar Burton and Allison Brie. So you know it's serious.
Oh, yeah.
When LeVar Burton is on board. Have a Stay in L.A. petition urging new production incentives to rebuild Los Angeles entertainment industry after the wildfires. We're already deeply worried about the livelihoods of Los Angeles area cast and crew, not to mention the countless small businesses suffering from production moving out of state and overseas. The fires have made a desperate situation worse. We're terrified that the city we love so much may lose the most vital resource, its people. We need a flood of new work to help our beloved city rebuild itself and ensure LA's future viability as a place where craftspeople, film workers, and businesses thrive. Good luck with that,
Yeah.
Marcus.
Yeah.
I don't see that. I
Wow.
don't see that happening. I mean, the fires are still ongoing. I know they had a bunch of rain this weekend, and I don't know if it's still raining today out there. But the Palisades fire they claim is 95% contained. The Eaton fire is 99% contained. But, I mean, Palisades burned over 23,000 acres. Eaton burned over 14,000. There's a Hughes fire that they say is 98% contained now. That was over 10,000 acres. And there's a couple other Border 2 and Laguna fires that are still burning that are 55% contained. And the Laguna fire, again, apparently nobody cares about Laguna because that's been burning for 4 days. It's 15 acres.
Oof.
We just let the 15 acres in Laguna burn. We don't care. We're not worried about that. But I read an interesting little thought from a forensic arborist, not just an arborist, but a forensic arborist that has determined that nearly all wildfires in California since the Paradise Fires have been caused by direct energy weapons. This Robert Brame has 38 years of experience as an arborist, but now he's not only just an arborist, he's a forensic arborist, and has 48 years studying the plant kingdom. He's conducted extensive field work, and this guy, he might be just one crazy guy, but he's conducted extensive field work, making 106 trips to the aftermath of 38 different wildfires, mostly in California. And according to his analysis, he determined that only 3 of these fires were due to natural causes.
Oh, boy.
One example he provides is the Coffee Park fire at Santa Rosa back in 2017. Several highly flammable trees were left entirely intact, despite homes burning to the ground around it, like what we see in the LA fires. And in all of his 120 trips of the fire-ravaged areas, he has found strange, consistent anomalies, such as melted glass and aluminum where there shouldn't be. In other scenarios, he says fence posts were made of wood, were only ignited near the screws or metal, leading him to believe that it was being heated up with some kind of microwave technology. Another example he shows are the trees that are literally cooking from the inside out, burning while not one single leaf is burned in the same trees. And he believes strongly that these fires, like those in Hawaii, were started or exasperated by directed energy weapons. So, I mean,
Is the color blue mentioned anywhere?
I mean, this is coming from a forensic arborist. So
take it to the bank. Right?
Gotta.
Is that what we're saying? Take that directly to the bank.
Absolutely has
Put
to
it
be
in your
true.
deposit. All right. Wow. That's crazy.
It is.
That's crazy.
It is really crazy.
All right. Let me tell you about Beam's Dream Powder. If your sleep is a little difficult to accomplish every night or just occasionally, there are nights when I have a hard time sleeping, and that's when I reach for Beam's Dream Powder. Try Beam's best-selling Dream Powder now, and you'll get up to 40% off. Just go to shopbeam.com/Pat. Use the promo code Pat at checkout. Delicious. And just 15 calories per serving. So you don't have to feel guilty about it. You're drinking this. It relaxes you, gets you to sleep faster. You stay asleep longer. And you wake up with that not groggy feeling in the morning. You're ready to go and conquer the day. So again, try Beam's Dream Powder. And you'll get up to 40% off. Go to shopbeam.com/Pat. Use the promo code Pat at checkout to save 40%. That's ShopBeam. Shopbeam.com/Pat. Promo code Pat for 40% off.
Pat Gray is unleashed.
We continue on with the Chewing the Fat 5 here on Pat Gray Unleashed. And let's say you wake up from that great sleep you got from the Beam Dream Powder, and you find yourself saying, I need some food.
I'm hungry.
Today's Chewing the Fat segment brought to you by Kexi Cookies.
Oh, my.
Where
the Valentine's Day box is available? You can get that now. You can pre-order that.
Really?
Yeah.
At Kexi.com?
And it'll start shipping February 3rd, so these sell out fast. It hasn't even officially come out yet. We're just taking the orders for it now, and it's already half gone. So get your order in quickly. Comes with 6 delicious items, including that new chocolate strawberry brownie. Have you tried that yet?
No.
Oh, man. I got to bring that in.
Oh, yeah, that was one we left here. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
I did. Yes.
Delicious.
Yes, I did. Yes.
So we also have our February cookie of the month.
Trying to bring in another box.
Which is
Chris is like, oh, yeah, you did.
Love's First Kiss. It's a red hot velvet cookie. Man, I love that thing too. Really good. Keksi.com, KEKSI.com. Go there, get some. Can't get it in Mexico.
Is it done?
Yeah, it's
You
done.
can't get it in Mexico? There's no international shipping from
probably
Keksi?
not.
What
I
is
don't think
happening?
so. Yeah.
Who is running that joint?
I don't know. Right? I don't know, but they're obviously bad people.
I mean, you could, when the leader can only vacation in Mexico, times are tough.
Right?
So, just saying. We were talking about Hollywood, and they're crying. They're worried, and they should be. And they're even feeling the hit at the theaters. They had like 66 million this past weekend, which is their like nothing.
Oh, for all the movies combined were 66 million.
Jeez. Number one was Flight Risk, and that's
Flight Risk?
And that's 12 million. Domestic open. That's
The
with Mark
entertainment
Wahlberg.
was watching
watching
the first week of the Trump administration.
That's true.
No kidding.
Seriously.
No
That's
kidding,
true.
because then you had Mufasa and One of Them Days and Sonic the Hedgehog and Moana 2 and Presents and Wolfman and The Complete Unknown and Den of Thieves and The Brutalist. They all, a couple million. Nobody went to the theaters. That's for sure. And I know they're counting on Dogman opening up, which I think opens up this weekend.
It's going to be good.
No interest.
That's
going to be really
Pete Davidson as the main voice.
Yeah.
I know it's another
Stupid.
animated.
Just the dumbest looking thing.
It does look dumb.
Hey,
It'll
Jeffy
be-
interview the
It'll be
author.
fun, but I'm not gonna. It'll be fun, but I'm not gonna go to see it at the theater.
No?
I've got
You'd
enough,
wait for it
I've
on-
got enough viewing to do at home, and plus, we had the NFL championships. We know the Super Bowl. I'm sorry,
yes.
the big game.
Stupid.
It's
Not the Super Bowl America wanted.
it's a Super Bowl that
Sure
you're going to
isn't.
get, man. You're going to get Kansas City trying to three-peat and Philadelphia to their second Super Bowl in 4 years, trying to defeat Patrick Mahomes and the referees.
Wait, what was that? I'm sorry?
They're going to try to take on the Kansas City Chiefs and the referees against Philadelphia. So it'll be.
There's one person in the United States of America who's happy about this matchup, and
Yep.
that's Stuber Gear.
Yep.
One person.
Now my wife too.
That's all he talked about.
Yeah, my wife doesn't really watch football, but it's Philadelphia. And it's the Eagles, so it's hometown.
Okay.
And the mayor of Philadelphia actually is very excited. She was cheering a crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Telling the crowd to spell Eagles, and it was awesome.
Yeah. She's good.
Oh, yeah. How does that go again? E. G. Okay.
I thought Chris
Apparently
had
So
it.
we had it
Apparently we
ready
don't
for
have
you.
it. Apparently we don't
I
have
thought
it.
we were going to play that.
I
She
thought-
spelled it wrong, though, if you
She did.
hadn't heard it. E.
Oh,
G.
This audience heard it.
Yeah. Okay.
Goodness.
All right, good.
Everything
This
okay
audience
in
heard
there?
it. What's happening?
All right, more coming up.
Waiting for
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Got a few tweets here. Giblets tweets, nothing says blackout quite like posting on Blue Sky. Well, perhaps posting on Threads.
Oh, wait.
Right?
Unrepentant thought criminal. Congratulations, Spotify subscribers. Now you get to pay more money for your music.
Oh, you can count on that.
Yeah. They're raising the prices on all subscriptions.
Yes.
Really.
Yes, they are.
Netflix is going up. Amazon betrayed us. I mean, they all have. Amazon is practically unwatchable to me now.
It's not
got so
unwatchable
many-
because I like a lot of the shows that
Yeah,
they have.
I
but
do
I'm going
too,
to tell
but
you,
geez.
seriously,
It's tough to navigate for one thing, and then
I don't know about
commercials
that.
when it was promised this is commercial free.
yeah, that's the thing.
We never promised commercial free here.
I don't think it's personally. I don't think it's tough to navigate. But the commercials, and I found out something new about Amazon Prime, and it drives me insane. So you get the commercials on the new shows, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So they push me, and they keep pushing me. And I'm drawing the line. I'm saying no. I'm not paying you the extra $3 a month to go commercial free. No.
Yeah, I
then-
bought this commercial free.
Yes.
And now I have to pay more to
Then
be commercial
I go
free.
to an older show that I watched before, and I think, I'd like to sit through this season again because it was great. And I push on. They even more commercials on the
know.
older episodes.
Right.
Stop it.
Yeah, it's It's ridiculous. And it's pissing me off. And they don't want to make me mad. They don't want to do that.
Thank you.
Have you ever? Spotify is far and away my most used favorite app. Have you ever
too.
given thought to? There's a price where you're going to be too much.
Yes.
And
we were just talking about that when you were out of the room.
I don't know that.
I don't know what the breaking point is.
I don't know one either.
I don't know. But there's got to be a breaking point.
There's going to be a straw that breaks the camel's back.
No, I'm not going to do this anymore.
Yeah,
Nope.
we're done. I can't afford it. We're done. It's too much.
Until that happens for millions of people, they're just going to keep doing it. They're just going to keep jacking up the prices on us and changing the rules of the game. Okay, well, I bait and switched you to get the service without commercials, and now I'm going to throw commercials at you, but you can pay even more, and we'll take the commercials out again.
Right.
No.
Because I know that as soon as I break down and cry and cross the line and giving them the $2.99 more a month so to go commercial free, I'm going to read an article that says, Amazon's decided to raise their commercial free fee.
Yeah, they will.
To $4.99.
It's inevitable. They will do that. They will do that. It just drives me out of my mind. Lone Wolf 2965 tweets, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. If you can't trust a forensic arborist, who can you trust? It's a really good point.
Amen.
Lone Wolf.
Amen is right.
Really good point.
Amen.
It's very true. I mean, who can you trust now?
If you can't trust
If you can't trust a forensic arborist who says that all but 3 fires in the last, how long was it?
Well, he went back to 2017, right?
Yeah. All but 3 of them have been direct energy weapons.
Yeah.
Wow.
As Trump said the other day.
Yeah. Trump leaned into that.
Looks like something hit it.
Oh, my.
Trump leaned into that.
Now, I think he was talking about a nuke, but I think
probably.
it could easily be
probably.
DEW. It's one of the two.
All right. There's a silent health threat that affects 1 in 3 Americans. It's an overworked and sluggish liver. It affects your weight, your energy levels, your clear thinking, your productivity, and even sleep. It can also lead to heart problems. You don't need any of this. Our livers are getting bombarded every day, though, with GMOs and microplastics, toxins, all kinds of stuff you might not even know about. If you or your husband, your brother, your friend feels sluggish, drained, and you can't seem to get rid of those extra few pounds, let me recommend trying the Liver Health Formula. And check out the benefits for yourself. It's a premium supplement designed with 11 clinically proven botanicals to support and detoxify your liver. And it helps you feel revitalized and ready to conquer every day. This company's already helped more than 2 million people. Check out what Mr. Harrington had to say in his testimonial. He shared his transformative journey with us. At first, I was skeptical, he said, but the health improvement has been nothing short of amazing. The tired, foggy feeling I had is gone. I have more energy for a longer duration. Also, the service and delivery is always prompt. Of course, your results are not necessarily typical. Your results may vary, but you can try it for yourself. There's an exclusive deal for my viewers. You can try Liver Health Formula, and as a special offer, get a free 1-month supply of nano-powered omega-3s with your order. So go to Try Liver Health Formula by going to getliverhelp.com/Pat. Getliverhelp.com/Pat. You'll get your free bonus gift, too. Getliverhelp.com/Pat.
Now, more of Pat Gray Unleashed.
A lot of weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth over the deportation of some illegal aliens lately.
Oh, well.
Yeah, tough. Deal with it.
I know. I mean, elections have consequences. And
they do.
One of the consequences of this election is the rule of law.
Yeah, how dare you uphold that? How dare you? Why, these people took the time to break into our country illegally. The least you can do is let them continue to do it. Wow.
Yeah, so I'm looking across the way there. Look at that. ICE, January 23rd through 27th, 3,552 arrests. Good, but not good enough.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, it's a start.
And I believe that Sarah Gonzalez in her show has a deported ticker that she updates
does she?
every day
Oh, good.
on how many illegals have been deported.
I like that. But it's left some very upset. Like Selena Gomez, apparently she's crying about the illegal deportation.
I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry. How many people are getting attacked?
Wait, that's Selena Gomez?
Yeah.
Makeup on. She's crying with
I
her
don't
makeup
understand.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
I'll try
serious?
everything I've...
Or is this an acting job? She is an actress.
Right, she is an actress.
Right? So, come on!
Wait, this thing goes on for like a minute.
Yeah, it's a long time.
That wasn't all of it.
No, it was not.
No, this...
Do we have all of it?
I don't know. I'm sitting here.
right.
No, it was not. But she then deleted it. I mean, she took a beating over this.
She should. How ridiculous
She
is
deleted
that?
and then she wrote a post that apparently you can't be empathetic to people anymore. After she deleted that, and then she deleted that post as well.
She's getting bad advice.
Yes.
Oh my.
Or good advice, too.
But yeah,
late.
she's a billionaire now with
Right.
her makeup company.
Yeah.
And she's an
Right.
actress in movies and television.
Right. Why don't you sponsor all of the people
Well-
who are here illegally? Have them live at your house.
See, here's the thing, Pat. I
Yeah.
believe that that is, I think that she is aware of all the, news stuff that we are of the
No,
criminals.
of course not.
No way. But I do believe that now she has to look for new people at the house.
Wow. Yeah.
And, who's gonna dust my
That's what
furniture?
she's crying about.
That's exactly
I gotta
what
clean
she's
my own
crying
toilet
about.
now.
I'm not cleaning my own pool. I don't know about you.
My
Yeah.
gosh.
How many of those videos did she make
It's
for
embarrassing.
Lake and Riley?
Yeah.
Right.
Did she make any of those? I
Right.
can't remember if we played that or not.
Jeez.
But
They were harder to find.
Yeah, well,
I'm pretty sure those videos were a little tougher to find. You didn't just happen by them in your feed.
now, a lot of people this morning are tweeting out a screenshot of Lana Del Rey. Now, I don't know. I didn't see this myself. I don't know if it's accurate, but a lot of people are saying that Lana Del Rey, known for her support of MAGA, which I was not aware of, commented,
I wasn't either.
Yeah, commented on Selena Gomez's viral video stating, quote, "You should pack your bags and go back to Mexico. Take your abuela with you."
There's no way she said that.
I mean, it's a
Really?
new world. It's possible. I don't think so, but
I
it's
don't
possible.
believe
That's
that.
pretty bold.
Yeah, it's
It's
too
possible.
bold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt it. I'm
she-
going to say no on
but
that one.
But she took a beating,
Good.
crying. She took a
She
huge
should.
beating. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And of course, our man Tom Homan, who is is just worst first.
Mm-hmm.
Then the aperture will open farther.
Thank you.
To garner more illegals as we progress, and he gets more money. The aperture will get bigger. That was Tom's line.
That's good. It's a good
Wait,
line.
did he not respond?
He sure did.
Yeah,
It's an
'cause of course
excuse.
he's
did
asked
respond.
about it. Of course he's asked about it.
Here he is responding.
What do you say to those who are out there saying that these are everyday people, these are families that are being attacked and dragged out of their homes? How do you respond to that?
I don't think we arrested any families. We've arrested public safety threats and national security threats, bottom line. And look, President Trump won the election on this one issue, securing our border and saving lives. What happened on our southern border last 4 years is the biggest national security threat this country's seen,
Amen.
at least in my lifetime, because we got over 2 million known gotaways. We got a 600% increase in sex trafficking. We got a record number of terrorists crossing the border on the terrorist watch list. We have 250,000 Americans dying from fentanyl coming across the open border. We're going to do this job, and we're going to enforce the laws of this country. If they don't like it, then go to Congress and change the law. We're going to do this operational apology. We're going to make our community safer. We're going to save. Once we lock that border on continuous operation, you're going to see fentanyl deaths decrease, illegal alien crime decrease, sex trafficking decrease. It's just all for the good of this nation, and we're going to keep going. No apologies. We're moving forward.
I love this
Boom.
guy.
I know.
That's just no nonsense. Matter of fact.
I've said it before. I don't necessarily want him over for Thanksgiving, but I want Tom doing the job he's doing.
Yep.
And I was just reading minutes ago, the Lana Del Rey post has been debunked
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's what I figured.
despite
no way.
5 million views.
5 million.
That's awesome.
Wow.
It was a different account.
5 million haters.
Yeah.
I mean, when it looks too good to be true,
Yeah.
it is.
It is. Yeah, it's too
It
terrible.
almost always is.
Yeah.
Do we know if Lana Del Rey is a supporter of Donald
Now
Trump?
that I don't know either.
Because wouldn't he have invited her to the inauguration then?
Maybe.
You would think. I don't know. James,
I mean, what's her face that sang at the inauguration from American Idol? She's taken a beating
Carrie
just
Underwood.
for being that. American
I know.
Idol is like, oh, hey, we were having this big season with you returning 20 years later. You need to cool down on your, backing of Trump. And she's like, I just sang at the inauguration of the president of the United States.
Yeah.
So,
Did Beyonce have to backtrack like that with all of her venues now and say, "Oh, well, yeah, I just performed for the president. I'm just performing a patriotic performance."
No, the answer would be no.
No, she didn't have to explain herself. No artist on the left have to explain themselves ever. Why? Because on the right, we're like, okay, yeah, of course they're a supporter of Biden, whatever. So, but you can't have that tolerance from the left because they don't tolerate.
No, they don't.
There's
really
no
don't.
public comment from her that says she is a MAGA supporter, but her husband, who she married, is
Wait, she married her husband?
How's that work?
I'm just reading, guys.
That's
just
weird.
reading.
Okay,
just reading.
Go ahead.
Oh, you
Just
heard,
reading that.
you hurt his heart.
I just tried.
Continue.
What her husband say?
Yeah, we got
Her
more clips to
husband
play.
is a MAGA supporter, so
Okay.
people are saying because she
so
married
hubby is,
into a
yes.
MAGA
Oh,
supporter,
then,
that makes her a MAGA
Some
supporter.
of it's washing off on her.
Mary Madeline and James Carville are in the chat now.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know how those two get along.
I know.
I mean, those are pretty
And he seems to have
wide
gotten
extremes.
worse.
He is worse. Yeah, he's worse lately. James O'Keefe's OMG Media sent a representative to the border recently, and he shared what he experienced at the border.
I was out with OMG with James O'Keefe in the California desert, and April was out there too. And she's really good at finding stuff on the ground. She finds money, all this other stuff. She found an unlocked phone from a Syrian man when we happened to have a guy from Iraq on the crew with us who spoke Arabic. And we're going through this phone. There's Telegram, voice messages. There's all this stuff. Calls are coming. We charged the phone because it was dead. Calls are coming in. They're still going, hey, are you here? Have you gotten to San Diego yet? And I ran this by one of my good buddies who's high speed military guy. And he goes, dude, that's a cell. So basically there was this guy that kept calling teacher who was in Turkey. And these were Syrian men going, teacher, where do we go now? We're trying to get close to San Diego. And they go, okay, this guy's going to take you here. This guy knows Spanish and Arabic. So you're going to meet up with this guy. Try to get to San Diego as fast as you can. There was no calls on there going, hey, Mom, I made it. I've seen plenty of illegal aliens, Cubans and stuff come across, and they do what Auden B. Cabello calls the selfie effect, which is, hey, look, I just crossed the river. Hey, Mom. Hi, Dad, which brings more people. There was none of that. This was strictly business.
Chilling.
It is. But
Chilling.
Tom's on it.
Yeah, Tom Homan. Yeah.
He's on it.
What's this? What is this? What is it called? Is it Blue Winter Boots? What is this thing that's going around where some people on TikTok are basically saying that tomorrow the left is going to start pushing back against the Trump administration? Like that's kind of code. I think it's something winter boot, cute winter boots, something like that. I don't know. But I don't know. Tomorrow is apparently their big day.
Well, they've already been protesting. I mean, we had a big protest here in Dallas over the weekend. We're rounding up illegals. We can't do that.
Yeah, cute winter boots. Yeah.
That's
so I don't know. It could most likely be nothing, but that's what the rumor mill is saying.
Well, I will say again, we've not had the violence that we all anticipated.
That's what I'm nervous about.
We didn't after the election. We didn't during or after the inauguration. So let's hope that continues. I've been pretty impressed so far that it's been a typical American transition of power.
Some of us were willing to stay in the country after the inauguration.
That is
Some
true.
of us were, yeah.
Yep.
And I don't know, Pat, you got back just in time because Texas just sent 400 tactical units to the border.
Oh, yeah, because we had firing,
Okay.
right? We had military.
Shots across the border yesterday.
by both.
Between the cartel and
the military,
patrol.
yeah.
Yep.
At our border patrol.
Interesting.
It's at our border patrol, not the military, at the border
At the border patrol,
Yes.
yeah, okay, all right.
And then the White House posted this awesome video about the Marines getting in and posting on the border.
I like it. Yeah.
But they're just
and they're
help.
they've been building the wall. I mean, nonstop.
Imagine that comes to your neighborhood. Oof, I'd be scared.
And didn't he declare them terrorist organization?
Yes.
Which opens things up to the military
Absolutely
intervention.
does. And they're absolutely talking about it and concerned about it. And people are concerned that, we can't, we're going to go into
Posse
Mexico.
Comitatus! Posse Comitatus!
Yes. And they're saying, look, and some of the experts are saying, look, we went into Afghanistan, we went into Iraq.
Yeah.
We can go into Mexico. It's just that it so happens Mexico is right next to us and not thousands of miles away.
And they're supposedly an ally. But
I do appreciate Senator Mike Lee saying that we need to bring back letters of marque and reprisal, and you could basically empower individuals to go after drug cartels and so on, and give them a cut of what gets seized. I mean, that's a good way to.
It's not bad.
That's a modern day pirate.
It's exactly what it is.
Let's
go.
That's an interesting idea.
They're available constitutionally.
I mean, things are changing. We can see that pretty clearly. It's changing big time. Rather than just look the other way and allow a free flow of illegals across the border, he's actually taking serious steps that should have been taken 30, 40 years ago.
Wasting no time doing it.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, let me tell you about Birch Gold. Increased tariffs on our trade partners, tax cuts, regulation changes. You need to learn why gold is a viable diversification tactic right now more than ever. Birch Gold, the only gold company I trust, is releasing their ultimate guide for gold in the Trump era with a foreword by Donald Trump Jr. To get your free copy, along with Birch Gold's free information kit on gold, just text my name, Pat, to the number 989898. Here are the facts. The national debt continues to increase. We've seen that for decades. Our interest payments on the national debt continue to increase. Gold is still your hedge against a weakened dollar. And Birch Gold is still the company I trust to help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. So text PAT to 989898. Get your free copy of the ultimate guide for gold in the Trump era. There's no obligation and just information. They have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, countless 5-star reviews, and thousands of happy customers. You too can trust Birch Gold. Text my name, Pat, to the number 989898 today.
Living up the end of the world. Pat Gray returns next.
Welcome. 888-933-93. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. You know what also happened while I was gone is the AP final football poll came out, and BYU got screwed again. As they did every week during the course of the season.
Maybe they just won a couple of games and it would have worked out.
I know! I mean, that is true. They should have won those 2 games they lost. But they belonged in the top 10. Ranked 13th.
I was just going to ask you, what was the rank?
13th.
Wow.
They went up 4 spots. Big deal.
Yeah, because they dropped them way down. They really hurt
dropped them to 17.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of experts I saw predicted they'd be 9 or 10. Nope.
Because they should have been.
They should have been.
But they dropped them. They slapped them down wrongly.
Yes.
Down to 17th, because that way they could bring them back up and feel good about themselves, but keep them out of the top 10. That's exactly what they did.
And it's exactly what they did. Yeah. So, well, they learned a lesson. You can't lose a single game, even in a power conference. So, we'll see.
And if you do, it better be against a highly ranked team.
Yeah.
By very little.
Yes. Right. And it better be toward the beginning of the season rather than the latter part of the season.
Yeah.
But if you're Alabama, you could lose 6, 7, 8 games.
Iowa State,
and
though,
still go to the
State
playoffs.
cranked it out, man. They lost to Michigan. They lost
they
the,
did.
the Oregon game down to the wire, and that was a screw up on Will Howard's fault. But where they had an opportunity to win that game, but they lost to Michigan terribly.
Yeah,
and then they just plowed through the playoffs.
Boy, they really did. They peaked at the right time.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see a non-SEC team win the national championship
really, but
for a change. But so, do you have loyalty to the SEC as well as Missouri?
Missouri is in the SEC. I don't know if you know that.
I know, but your loyalty extends to the actual conference.
Well,
no. All right. So, as Donald Trump continues to plow through his first, 8 days now, and this is the second week of his administration, and he continues to get incredible things done. One of my favorite things is his freezing of all foreign aid, except Israel and Egypt.
Yeah,
I'm okay with Israel. The Egyptian thing, I don't know. Well, it's weird. That's weird. I guess we continue to reward them for Anwar Sadat's peace treaty with Israel back in 1980.
Congrats, Jimmy Carter. You got something done.
Yeah, you got something done.
R.I.P.
But, even to suspend the Ukrainian situation is phenomenal. And, it might come back. They're going to review everything. But this should have been done decades ago. Yeah, why not stop and take a look at what we're spending every year and see if it's still A, prudent, B, necessary,
we give
3, in our national interest.
Money.
Yeah, we do.
To other countries.
Yes.
It's
hundreds of billions of dollars.
Yes.
So, maybe we leave that to the private sector. What a concept that would be.
No, the government pays them too.
Yeah, right.
All right, 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
So, how far will a teacher go to save a kid who's about to lose everything? Brave the Dark from Angel Studios, the studio behind The Sound of Freedom, is an inspiring true story about a troubled teen, Nate Williams, who's fighting to survive in a world that's failed him. Haunted by painful childhood memories, Nate is drowning in darkness. But when his high school drama teacher, Mr. Dean, steps in, bailing him out of jail and giving him a place to stay, Nate has to confront his past head-on before it destroys him. Brave the Dark is a powerful reminder that one meaningful connection can change everything. It's a story about compassion, resilience, and never giving up on someone, no matter how far gone they might seem. This film will leave you inspired, showing the life-changing impact of believing in others when they can't even believe in themselves. If you're looking for a story that uplifts, challenges, and reminds you of the power of hope, Brave the Dark is absolutely a must-see. Get your tickets now. Brave the Dark is in theaters. Go to angel.com/unleashed. Angel.com/unleashed today. Don't miss out. Angel.com/unleashed.
Pat Gray Unleashed now continues.
So it's been 8 days since Trump took office. Yeah, I'm sure you guys talked about this in the first week, but I wanted to go over some of the accomplishment so far because it's astounding, really. I mean, I think he's said it a few times, but he's done more in his first week than some presidents have done in their entire administration.
In particular.
Their whole term.
Yeah.
But we talked about freezing the foreign aid, which I think that was day one, right? That was maybe hour one of day one. Immediately froze all foreign aid except to Israel and Egypt. On the immigration front, he declared a national emergency on the U.S.-Mexico border, issued a broad ban on asylum for migrants engaged in the invasion across the southern border.
Yep.
I mean, these are just
Cartels
necessary.
are terrorists.
Yeah, cartels were deemed terrorist groups, which now frees up the U.S. military to take them on if we decide to do that. He called for reviving the Remain in Mexico policy, which requires non-Mexican asylum seekers to wait in Mexico pending the resolution of their cases. Just makes a lot of sense.
It sure does. And really, I mean, we mean business with our military now, I'm told, and I don't know this to be true, but I'm told that it means so much business to our military to be on the border, we're actually sending actual gate guards down.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Wow.
So, I mean, it's serious. Our military, it's serious.
It's on now.
It's serious.
It's on, like Donkey Kong. He issued an order to end birthright citizenship. I mean, that's
awesome.
And then
is that going to happen? Probably not.
Well, will it be challenged in court?
Yeah, it's going to end up
It's going to be in the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court's going to decide, all right, does the 14th Amendment pertain to illegal aliens, or does it pertain to, I don't know, slaves in the South?
And as we read last week, the debate at the time in the U.S. Congress was very clear that it did not, it would not give coverage to anchor babies.
Right.
And the original case, I think, was back in like the 1870s or 1880s, where this Chinese guy was born here. He left, went to China, came back, and we were giving him a hard time. And so then that's what they made the case that, fine. They can do that. But on the other hand, with many illegals no longer coming into the country, that will drop that.
It would be less of a problem anyway. Yeah. Cutting the size of the federal workforce, he ordered federal workers back to the office full time. Agencies to take steps to halt remote work.
So much.
Yeah.
Man.
Drive into work. What? You're now expecting me to show up at the office?
Yeah, and the videos that these federal workers are making are just almost as priceless as Selena Gomez.
They really
are.
Incredible.
It's incredible. The victimization culture that we have is government diversity programs and gender issues. I mean, he's already addressed that really strongly.
Oh, yeah.
Really strongly. He's expanding energy production, which must be done.
Drill, baby, drill,
baby. Is being done. He said it would happen, and it is.
And in fact, he asked Saudi Arabia and OPEC to increase output. And just on that public comment alone, dropped the price of oil by 10% immediately.
Gosh, that's great.
I know.
So great. We withdrew from the World Health Organization. Thank you. Thank you.
Climate Accord, gone. Have a nice day.
Oh, yeah, Paris.
Yep, getting to that in a sec.
Oh.
January 6th. Pardons.
Sorry.
Yeah, because it ties into
don't read ahead.
else.
Okay, no, I got it.
He's got a plan.
Ties into something else that would have made a better transition into the next thing.
Forget what I said. I didn't say anything.
All right. I didn't even hear you. What? Oh, you mentioned the January 6th pardons?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
So he pardoned about 1,500. 15. So that's all of them, right? That's everybody. And the big problem with the left is, well, that includes the violent. Yeah, because it's the fruit of the poison tree. So, yeah, just let them all go, okay? Because it was asinine to begin with.
Yeah, and I don't want to jump ahead, but the pro-lifers got released as well.
That's just great.
With pardons.
He'll get to it, Keith. Okay, it ties into something else.
That's what I was afraid of.
And how about the TikTok situation? Was he really responsible for that? Or was that a setup in the beginning? Or it was interesting because it was down for, 12 hours.
Yeah.
And people were having an absolute conniption about it.
That's how our society's going to crumble, is when you take away social media.
Yes!
It's not going to be taxes. It's not going to be an invasion on a southern border. It's going to be, don't you dare take my TikTok away.
And then the Paris Climate Pact, which I'm surprised you guys didn't even bring up. But the Paris Climate Pact, where he ordered the U.S. to withdraw from the Paris Climate Agreement, which he already did years ago, but then Biden put us back in it, and now he's taking us back out.
I mean, we were going to...
So great.
Thank goodness for the Paris Climate Agreement, or else we would never have seen snow again.
Oh, that's right.
Tell that to the people that live along the Gulf Coast of Gulf of America.
Would they get 11 inches?
13 in southern Louisiana.
Over a foot.
Basically a foot right along the coast.
The whole coast there, yeah.
And when was the last time that happened?
1895, I think, but it wasn't anywhere near this amount. That was just a few inches.
1895.
Something like that, yeah.
That was the first year of SUVs, right?
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously, as people have pointed out in mass on day one, Donald Trump solved climate change. Because look, it's snowing again in Florida, thankfully.
It's so
and the hostage releases. I don't want to get ahead of you here. But,
oh my gosh!
The hostage releases.
I am sick
Israel.
of you trying to jump ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a teacher's pet here. Don't forget to mention the hostages.
Yeah, and that's been great.
Incredible.
I don't think I'm enjoying the 200-to-1 ratio.
Me either.
No.
But, we want them back. We want them back. I don't think any of
this little spacing out stuff. And so we need to get them back.
No Americans have been released yet, right?
I don't think so.
Not that I'm aware of.
I think there's only 4 alive.
They let
let him go.
Afghanistan let the one American guy go that they had.
Okay.
That was over there.
Rubio's working hard on that. Yep. So
yeah.
But yeah, and I hate this. The 4 female hostages that were just released. I cannot imagine what they've been through. Quote, emotionally and medically complex situation.
One of them was missing 2 fingers, right?
That was the first group. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they talked about how they were fed a bunch of food and given medication and stuff the last couple of days before they were released, so they would look better.
Oh my gosh!
And don't forget they got goodie bags and certified.
That's right.
Certifications that they were officially hostages.
Jeez.
I mean, you're dealing with
it's not funny
just
at all.
terrible people.
It is, yeah.
They're evil. I mean, Hamas is evil.
What is the purpose for existing? I mean, honestly.
To destroy Israel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Darkness.
Yeah.
Yep. But speaking of the climate change agreement that we've now pulled out of, did you guys happen to see the world's biggest iceberg that's floating toward that Penguin Island? Yeah.
Oh no,
yeah.
where's this?
Yeah.
Down south?
I'm not surprised that you global warming deniers have ignored the story.
No, tell me more.
The world's biggest iceberg. Okay, it's a wall of ice the size of Rhode Island. It's lumbering toward a remote island off Antarctica that's home to millions of penguins and seals.
What will they do?
What will they do?
Probably die. Probably all of them die.
But they already live on
Well, okay, they might not die because it's happened before.
Yeah, right.
A lot of times.
They already live on an island of ice, so...
Yeah, but this, if it bumps into the island they're now on, okay, it makes the journey to the sea further.
Oh.
Now they got to cross Rhode Island as well as their little place on the ice.
Hold on. I just saw a video of a penguin that swam all the way to the Australian coast.
Yeah,
I think they can handle this.
He didn't want to.
He swam to Australia?
Yeah, this family, this mom and her kids were hanging out at the beach. And this penguin's
and a penguin swam out.
And they're like, bro, what...
Where have you been?
How'd this happen? And they
His
gave
family
it to
kicked him out. That's the next Angel Studios movie, as a matter of fact.
I would watch that.
Dark Penguin.
Right?
I would watch that.
So they gave it to an animal rescue, and they gave him a nice, cool place to chill out for a little bit.
Really?
And then
They sent him back?
They put him on a boat and said, "This is your home, Beavis." And so he's.
They had to send him to a zoo or something, right?
No,
they're sending him back to the island?
Yeah, he's back home.
Oh, wow.
And he's probably pissed.
Yeah, no kidding. He's on the ship going, I left here.
I love
What
Australia.
don't you understand?
Why?
I'm sick of being cold
I
all
swam
the time.
across the ocean to get here.
He might get bullied in Antarctica. We don't know his backstory.
We don't know.
But that'll be part 2. That'll be the prequel.
I definitely want to go see that Angel Studio movie.
Me too.
Poor guy.
What is that, thousands of miles?
They said it was unprecedented. Yeah.
Did he hitch a ride on a couple of ships? We don't know. That's the story.
Don't know.
That's
coming out.
Yeah.
It's a Studios production.
Don't get ahead. Why do you keep jumping ahead today, bro?
Man.
Hey,
when are you going to learn?
I didn't realize we were going to talk about climate change today, but if you want to, there's a clipman going around from 2009 of John Kerry. Could have had him as a president of the United States, but we missed that opportunity. And he was warning us that winter is done in America. This is 2009.
Winter is done.
Something like that. Watch this.
All right.
In 5 years, scientists predict we will have the first ice-free Arctic summer. That exposes more ocean to sunlight. Ocean is dark. It consumes more of the heat from the sunlight, which then accelerates the rate of the melting and warming rather than the ice sheet and the snow that used to reflect it back up into the atmosphere.
Uh-oh.
So
that sounds terrible, doesn't it? That sounds terrible. We're dead in 5 years.
Scientists predict that.
That 5 years was only 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So we're done. We've been done for 10 years and didn't even know it.
So that had to be
that
older
was
than that, right?
That video and others, Al Gore and so on, were circulating with pictures of palm trees buried in snow, people cross-country skiing at Biloxi on the beach.
That's so great.
All sorts of stuff. Ice hockey has been played down on Bourbon Street. I mean, it's been...
My gosh.
It has been hilarious.
By the way, I've been reading. I don't know, Pat. Are you done with that story about the iceberg? Because
I am not.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
I've got more. I've got more.
I am enjoying. I'm reading it and I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, I love it because the spin is unbelievable. It really is. The global warming goofballs who are quoted in the story say the iceberg itself is colossal and it stretches from horizon to horizon.
Well, it's the size
it's the size of Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Okay. That's big for ice. It's not big for a state. It's a huge wall, a Game of Thrones style wall of ice
The wall.
that towers above the ships with some waves breaking against it. And if you get a bit of sunshine coming through it, it's really dramatic. It's not exactly high speed. It goes about 1 mile per hour. Okay, so it's going to take a while to get to the Penguins.
Right.
But in the next 2 to 4 weeks, they expect it to approach South Georgia and South Georgia Island. That's where the Penguins are. Large icebergs bump into the shoals around South Georgia more or less every year. Okay? It's kind of a highway for major icebergs, in fact. This ocean current path has been known since Shackleton's time. That's Sir Ernest Henry Shackleton, who led British expeditions to the southern continent. What was that, 1900?
I mean, this is why the one penguin left.
Right.
That's right.
I'm going to Australia. The end is coming.
Now, at full size, it doesn't represent much of a hazard for fishermen because they can see the stinking iceberg coming. It's the size of Rhode Island. But the bigger concern is the penguins.
Yeah,
of course.
Right? Because they might have to go further to get to the ocean. There's lots of pups and chicks, and they're still dependent on their parents going out to the ocean to bring back the fish to them. Now, this has happened every year, keep in mind. Every year, but it's still... And I love the sentences, and it happens twice in the story. Now, calving, they call it calving because it's like they break off and float off. So they've calved. Calving icebergs are normal. Then what's the problem?
What's the problem?
I don't want to hear anymore. But there is, of course, a but. But they're happening more frequently.
I see.
As the climate warms and more fresh water flows into the ocean. Yeah, it's climate change related. I mean, the lengths to which they go to make this out to be some sort of big panic. First of all, it doesn't even affect the penguins because it happens every year. Secondly, it's a natural process that happens and has happened for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years.
Climate denier over there.
Completely normal, but somehow they still make it about climate change.
Yeah.
They can't make it out to be even a panic situation for humans, but they can get hysterical about penguins. Mm-hmm. And even then, not all penguins, because it goes on to state just this particular colony.
Correct.
Okay.
On the Georgia Island. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And
what would we do as humans on this planet
penguins were affected?
If those particular penguins no longer existed?
I don't think I could exist on this planet if some of them die. I couldn't. That'd be too much for me to take. I'd feel too guilty about the SUVs I've driven in.
When I go to the aquariums here in America and look at the penguins that they have, I'd be sad.
Right? And you don't want that,
no,
right?
I don't.
You don't
Not
want to be
when
sad.
I'm going to an aquarium.
No. No, because nobody supports aquariums.
Well, they're
more
usually
than Jeff
attached to
Fisher
zoos,
chewing
and
the fat.
I do support them.
Right.
I'm happy to support them, and I'm glad that we have them so that I can see them.
And if you had to know in the back of your mind as you're attending one of these really
thank you
cool
aquarium
facilities,
and for
that their penguins were suffering anywhere
Those
for
Georgia
any
Islands,
reason.
yeah, you can't have that.
Yeah, you
if
can't
you
have
need a visual representation, I was able to find the track
Look
of
at this.
how that.
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
Look at this.
Oh, look at that.
That looks
That
bad.
is very dangerous.
It's obviously catastrophic.
Yes.
That planet, right?
And I mean,
It's been moving since 2022.
to Pat's point. I mean,
Yeah,
Rhode
we know
Island.
that we see it.
Rhode Island.
Small for a state,
Big
for an
iceberg.
Tell me what.
It's moving since
But
2022.
if it slams into South Georgia Island,
right? What are you going
we
to do?
might as well be Mars at
Yes.
that point because
Yes.
we're about to just go extinct.
And I want to also point out that this is probably Donald Trump's fault.
Yes.
Because it's only
Thank you.
became a news thing
Thank
since
you.
he got in office.
Oh, and by the way, do you know when this iceberg broke off? It must have been like 3 weeks ago, right? Well, a little further back.
Oh, no.
1986.
86.
Oh, my.
1986!
So they've been
It's been
sitting-
floating out there
They've been sitting
for
on
40 years!
sitting on this story, waiting for Trump to come back. Look at this.
But Pat,
I
in
am still pissed.
2024,
Yeah.
it broke off from the vortex after being caught in after being caught in that little area.
Yeah, it was
So,
stuck in
it was stuck.
some
Oh,
area,
yes.
but it moved around it.
But let's
or
be honest,
something.
penguins are pretty dumb. I think we could spare a few.
Well, I'm still pissed about the Australian penguin. My man swam all that way, and then,
and then you drove
ship
him back?
Yes.
How do you know that's what he
pissed.
wanted?
You don't.
Did you ask the penguin if he wanted to go back?
I think once you tell him about the gun laws in Australia, he'd be like, "Oh hell, I'm going back."
Oh,
then.
I'm going back.
Yeah, forget
I don't
this.
care about the bullying. I'm going back. All right. Let me tell you about real estate agents I trust. Because anytime in life you have to make a really big change, it can be hard. I mean, that's true with anything you do. But it's especially true with something as big as buying and selling your house. It's really complicated, takes a lot of really important decisions, and you need a realtor to help you make those decisions. We certainly listened to ours, and it paid off big time for us. And they can help you as well. If you're a little conflicted on what changes to make before you sell your home, speak to a real estate agent I trust agent, because these are the best in the business. They're successful. They've got great track records, and they know the great areas where you want to buy a home, in the good school districts. They know what you should do to your home to get it ready to sell. All of the important decisions you need to make, you can get help from your real estate agent. Somebody who knows the practices, somebody who understands the crazy housing market, somebody who's a team leader, and a closer, somebody you can trust. Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com.
That gray is unleashed.
All right, so far we've got Pete Hegseth, Defense Secretary, confirmed. Kristi Noem, Homeland Security Secretary, confirmed. Marco Rubio, Sec State.
Little Marco.
Secretary of State, Little Marco, yeah. And the pending confirmations, Pam Bondi hasn't yet been confirmed, right? She hasn't come up. So is that this week? I think she's Attorney General will be decided.
I'm not sure when that is, but I know we got Scott Bessent as Treasury.
Okay.
That's done. John Ratcliffe at the
He's
CIA.
now, and that guy is he's the top gay guy. Right, he's
the top.
He's the
gay
top
guy?
gay guy.
So he's the leader of the gays.
Buttigieg was the transportation secretary.
Leader of the gays.
Yes.
I smell. You better start working on a song.
Buttigieg was the transportation secretary, who was the top gays.
Right.
Okay.
And but this guy's office is a higher ranking office than the transportation secretary.
So he takes over for Pete Buttigieg as the leader of the gays.
Top gays.
That's correct. He's the top gay guy.
So everybody, all the homosexuals have to listen to him.
That's correct.
They report
That's
to him.
the way it works.
Okay.
I don't make the rules.
No, you just live by them.
I'm just saying, he's the top gay guy.
Universal law. What are you going to do?
Thank you.
I don't make universal law.
you.
I just live by it.
I met him at the candy store.
The leader of the gays?
He turned around and smiled at me. You get the picture. Yes, we see.
Yeah,
That's
we
when
do.
I felt.
Top gay guy.
The leader of the gays. Okay, good.
I'm just saying. Congratulations to him.
No, congratulations. Yeah. All right. So we still have Doug Burgum to confirm. Mm-hmm. You mentioned Besson, Chris Wright, Lee Zeldin. Of course, RFK Jr. is tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a really big one.
Yeah,
we'll see.
This is what has Keith all concerned. His boy might not make it.
Tired of winning.
So I forgot who said this, but it took forever for Trump to get his cabinet confirmed the first go around, but yet Barack Obama got 12 confirmed in 15 days.
Oh wow! So let's get that done
let's
here.
go.
Yeah, let's do it. Tulsi Gabbard too. I don't know. We'll see about her. I think she should be confirmed, but who knows with these Democrats. Linda McMahon as the education department head, but the education department's supposedly on its way out,
that, right?
So she won't be in that gig for long, you would assume. All right, we've got much more this week to get to, and we will start doing that with Overtime coming up later, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.